See when it comes up. Yeah.
Meet Suvi, the magical all-in-one on her tongue.
Yeah. Can everybody see us? Happy New Year so far. Oh, let's see. Ray's on here. He's give us 3 thumbs up. Got my little tie, my little hat. Iron Lady's dressed to the hilt. And Rusty's around here somewhere. Still waiting in that funny little voice. Oh, it hasn't turned on yet? Nope, looks like we got Happy New Year, Ray. Love seeing you, man. Let's see. We'll wait till a few more people come on. Because we got a couple things really special to do for you tonight. It'll be a lot of fun. So, still says 3 waiting. So we gotta wait. Oh, well, there it says it's live. It's on. Hey, excellent.
Hey.
Glad. Now we got 5 watching. Okay, give us a shout out wherever you're from, wherever you're at. Like I say, we're sitting here in East Central Ohio, enjoying. Iron Lady's enjoying a drink. I haven't started yet.
I found it in the kitchen.
What is it?
It's a Campfire Manhattan.
A Campfire Manhattan.
Just sitting around in the kitchen.
Christopher says, listening to the stream on the way home from work. Wow, well, Christopher, you're missing the visuals, man. The visuals is what it's all about. Dana says, Boise, Idaho here. Well, welcome, Dana. Wakem, that used to be a Ford dealer up in Canton, Ohio. So, but yeah, we got 4 watching now, and like I said, we're gonna do something a little special here as soon as we get a few more viewers on, because Iron Lady is drinking a Campfire Manhattan, and it's one of my smoked drinks, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Rayburn's popping a monster. That's good. You got to stay awake, man. What time is it where you're at, Ray? So we got 5 watching now. That makes me happy. Hey, there's Andy. Good evening, Andy. Cheers. What are you drinking, Andy? I know where you're from. But I'm getting ready to, like I said, go make a cocktail. We got 6 watching now, and I think it'll be kind of fun. If you've got, we got 7 on now. That's awesome. How many of you guys are pretty good at making mixed drinks? If you don't know, besides the chef thing and besides the fishing and the motorcycles, he's got some brandy. What kind of brandy you sipping on there, Andy? Because I used to be a bartender. It's one of the things that kind of goes hand in hand with the restaurants that I was involved with. So I really enjoy it. Anything to do with flavors, I enjoy. So I'm going to show you guys here in a little bit how I make a Campfire Manhattan, and it's pretty cool. I got a cool little toy from I shouldn't say toy, I should say tool, from a company called Middleton, and it's pretty cool. We're gonna, in fact, let's go do that right now, Iron Lady. What do you think? We're gonna go make me a drink. So I'm gonna carry you in, and I'm gonna hand the camera off to her, and then we're going to see exactly how. This is the first mobile we've done. So we're gonna walk through the house here a little bit, and I'm going to switch the camera angle. Let's see. Where's the switch? There we go. You got it?
Yep.
So, how do I look? Do I look professional?
Professional something.
Professional something. What this is, if you guys are not familiar with Manhattan drinks, it's a combination of rye whiskey, a little bit of sweet vermouth. I like to put some maple syrup in it, a little bit of... to make it a campfire, I put some Lafroig, which is a peaty, very peaty scotch, and then I put a couple dashes, where's it at, of the very popular down in New Orleans. It's a Peychaud's, I can't remember how to pronounce it, but it's a bitter that's been famous down there. So, and then we're going to get some stuff together. But let's start this with, let me grab some ice from my cooler here. Now I'm going to put this on the rocks. So what we're going to start with is 2 ounces, and I'm going to use some bullet rye. I like for my mixed drinks, I like something that's got a little bit of punch to it, and so this has quite a bit of punch to it. It's 92 proof is what I think it is. And we're going to do the same thing with our sweet vermouth. Going to give that, and then we're going to just give a little splash, just a little bit, because this stuff will overpower a drink. This is Lafroig. Then we're going to add a little bit of our maple syrup. And of course a couple dashes. And then we're going to add some ice to it. And stir it. Now, if you guys have never been around a bar much, you have to give this a pretty good stir. Iron Lady, come down here and look at this stir here. I like to stir it for at least 30 seconds until the outside of the glass starts to give me some condensation. So that's what we're going to try to do. So I'll talk a little bit about it. The tool I'm going to show you that I'm going to use is like I say, it's a Middleton fire top, and it's a pretty cool little unit. I have a lot of fun with it, and it's going to make a nice smoky drink. And then we're going to pour it into our glass here. And then, actually, I'm going to take some cherries already and stick it on the top, because when I use this little tool, and I say it's a Middleton smoke top, I'm going to add, since we got that cherry flavor going on, I'm going to add a little bit of cherry wood chips. And there's a little groove across the top here. I'm going to line up my little stick, get my little tiny torch here, and we're going to set her on fire. I don't know if you can see this down in here, but we're building some pretty good smoke. Back it up and look at it.
There we go.
We're going to let that sit there a second. And there it is. Well, let's go into go back into the studio there, and we'll turn the camera around. How you like that for a motorcycle channel? Cheers. Now we get to see what people have been saying. Like I said, I thought it'd be kind of fun to do a little bit of I don't want to say bartending, but a little show you how kind of drinks we got going on there. Watershed apple brandy. Let's see, David, what'd you guys think of that? Did you enjoy? I'll tell you, these are really good, and that smokiness. I'm using a cherry wood in there, and that cherry wood really gives let's cheers this together here. That cherry wood really adds to the flavor of the bitters that's in this, and of course the cherries that are in the Marciano cherries that are in the drink as well. Wow, that is extremely tasty, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you guys like smoke on the water, if you guys like doing cocktails and stuff like that. Let me know. Maybe we'll do something like that occasionally on the channel. The cooking stuff didn't work, so maybe the boozing stuff will work. Who knows? We got 9 people watching now. So again, everybody telling us what you're drinking. Apple brandy. I'm not familiar with that, but the brandies that we drink are the cognacs, or some of the other distilled wines are pretty good. We really enjoy. I like simple. I hate to say it as blunt as this. I like simple E&J XO. That's one of my favorite ones. It's a great mixer. It's got great flavor, a lot of vanilla stuff like that. I really like it. So, but yeah, we got 6 people liking it, 8 people watching. We are going to announce our winner for the sunglass cameras here a little later on. We're going to let a few more people get on because we made the drawing earlier today, and I'm going to send the email out first thing in the morning. But if you're watching the video, you'll find out exactly who the winner is of those. And let's dig that out, Iron Lady. It's back there on the back shelf. We're going to show you exactly what we got, and we got some stuff that's going to be coming up here in January and February as well too, for some pretty cool stuff. But we're going to announce the winner of the Shiwaze sunglass cameras here tonight, and pretty excited about it. So I don't know how many of you guys saw the little teaser we put on Facebook. I'm getting a lot of mixed results on that one. That's for daggone sure. We thought we'd try to be a little funny. Man, that is good. Taste it. Well, it tastes the same as yours, but I put a little Lafroig in this, and I didn't put that in yours. Lafroig, if you guys aren't familiar, is an Islay, and it's a Scotch that's really peaty, really smoky, and I thought it really pairs well with what we're doing with the rye, as far as the rye whiskey, as well as the sweet vermouth, and of course the smoke. Well, any of you guys have a New Year's resolution? I'd love to hear them. I'll tell you what mine is.
To stop swearing.
No, that's not that will never happen. After I see a few of yours, what your New Year's resolutions are going to be, I'd like to hear. We're going to be doing a lot more motorcycle stuff, obviously, because that's what we're all about. But we got some pretty exciting plans for the future here for the channel, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're almost at 12,000 subscribers, which last year at this time we had a little over 1,000 subscribers. And we've gained 10,000, well, a little over 10,000 here in the last 12 months, and we're really proud of that and really happy about that. And like I said, and we'd like to hear what you guys want to see. Andy, I did notice that you said you've got your new seat concept seat. Have you had a chance to sit down on it? What's it feel like? I'd like to hear what your thoughts are on that. No, nobody's talking. Everybody's watching, and that's cool. Like I said, we really enjoy having. Let me try to find out where my computer is over here. We're getting ready for obviously the change of the. Oh, I got the speakers down. That's why I can't hear it. Never mind. But we played Old Lang Syne a little earlier, which is that way I don't make sure that I don't get demonetized because of copyright infringements. But 13 watching now. Welcome to the channel. Like I said, let us know on the chat where you're from, what you're drinking tonight. Like I said, I just made, if you hadn't had a chance to see it, Maddie B, you us in trouble. I has arrived. Oh, is that Kate?
Is it Kate or is it Maddie?
Maddie, who are you going by tonight? There's Jeff. He says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, too. Tell us what you're drinking there, Maddie. Tell us what you're drinking, Jeff. Like I said, I'm drinking a Campfire Manhattan that I just made. Signify said, yep, rode today for a short bit. Feels a lot firmer, of course, taller. So far, so good. That's good. That's good to hear that. I wasn't sure. I do wish that Royal Enfield did make a taller seat. Come on up here. Where's his hat at? We got to put his hat. Come on, up. Yeah. We put in, he's got a New Year's Eve hat as well as an outfit, so he's probably a lot cuter than I am. Look at the camera over here.
Look.
Can you see? Let's put the Look here. Look here, Russ. There he is. He
hates it.
He hates it. No, it's not Kate, just late.
Late.
Well, what are you drinking, Maddie? And Jeff, what are you drinking? And David, what are you drinking? And see, Ray, he just popped over a Monster because he wants to stay awake for the rest of the show.
The rest of the night.
Maddie says New Year's was 17 hours. Hey, don't spoil it, man. Don't spoil it. David says Diet Coke. Had to stop alcohol a couple years ago. And you know what? That's, again, you got to do what you got to do. You got to be who you are. And that's cool, man. If you don't want to drink, you don't have to drink. We don't, we're a non-objective, what do you call it? Not the word I'm looking for, but a non, we don't make judgments is what I'm trying to say.
Except for Maddie.
Except for Maddie. We're gonna goof on Maddie a little bit. Maddie says, hi, Rusty. Rusty says, he just got down, boy. Let's see. David says Diet Coke, and Maddie says New Year's was 17 hours ago. We saw that already. But yeah, our New Year's resolution, yeah. Our New Year's resolutions are simple. We're not changing a damn thing. My resolution is not make resolutions. I don't like that. That's great. Ray says, resolve to be kinder to others this year. Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, and listen more and talk less. Oh, my God.
That's a good one. You should try
I should probably do that. It'd be boring on the channel, though. Have to play music all the time. To ride and camp more. And, that's pretty cool, too. It's one thing that I missed this year doing, not only with the shoulder injury and stuff like that, but it's been a crazy year, man. I'm telling you. It's been one of the most, I don't want to say stressful, because that's not really the term I'd use. It's a lot better than it was in 2013, I'll tell you that. 2013 was a mess for us.
Bad.
2013, 14, 15 16 was pretty rough. 17 kind of straightened things back out. New Year's resolutions to ride more and ride longer distances and to make mixed drinks as good as yours. Well, you have not tried my mixed drinks, Andy, but I really appreciate that because it's kind of a thing back in after we sold the restaurants and stuff like that years ago. I did some bartending just for shits and giggles, and it was a lot of fun. And I had quite a few. Well, we won the Ugly Bartender contest 3 times. I was maybe pretty proud in the Stark County area, and I was pretty happy about that because again, it's all about flavor. Jeff says Black and Cast Drink Special Edition on the rocks. Well, there you go, man.
Nice.
That's awesome. Cheers. We're going to open some champagne in about 45 minutes. Well, not really champagne. It'll be a sparkling wine, but it's pretty cool. You guys have any questions on the channel? If you want to see some certain things, now's the time because we are actually making plans for the 2022 season right now. And I've got a full schedule on the food truck as it is, but we're going to do something that I never used to do, and that is I'll be canceling some stuff on the food truck to make room for motorcycle things. And it's one of those type of things. I'm getting too dag old to work as much as I do, and Iron Lady hopefully will back me up on that because we've been busting our tails pretty much since 2017 nonstop. And like I said, we haven't had much vacation time, and we haven't had much riding time as we'd like to. I mean, I ride a lot. There's no question about that, but not as near as much as we did before 2013 and years before that. Those years were a nonstop motorcycle. Let's see. Jeff, there's little Jeff. He said, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, son. You missed the drink making if you just got on here. What are you drinking, bud? That's my son, if you haven't guessed. He can hear the rain outside there. Where are you at, Ray, if you don't mind me asking? Like I said, we're in East Central Ohio. We got 14 watching now. What we're going to do also, just like we do at every live stream, is if anybody does a donation on the super chat or the super sticker. You're drinking that legit, huh? I'm sorry. But we'll send you out an Old Man Ronin sticker. Hand us one of those there, if you would, please. But yeah, we really enjoy giving back to our audience, which is why we are doing Indianapolis. Okay, Jeff, this of retirement's the best job you ever had. Yeah, I probably never will. It's something that we don't. Again, it is 2013 to 2017 wiped us out. There's the Old Man stickers, Ronin stickers. If you, like I say, generous enough to support us by doing a super chat or a super sticker, we will definitely send that to you. Maddie said it was a brilliant day for a ride today, 30 Celsius and not a breath of wind. Nice ride around the local hills, plenty of stop to look at the Himalayan. Well, awesome. And again, Maddie, you need to send some of those pictures our way. And anytime you guys, I don't care what kind of bike you got, as long as you're riding 2 wheels, send us a picture and we'll make you a subscriber shout out. And if you guys are members of Patreon, you get that stuff as well too. Jeffy says I call him Jeffy because that's his nickname. He loves the pink boa. But anytime that I get something from these companies, because I have people all the time saying, hey, your channel's growing. We want to appreciate it. He's going to send us some picture. Cool. Make sure you're in the picture, Maddie, and the bike, because it is what it is. But anytime a company sends me something, then one of the things I started doing here is we're gonna demand more than just the product. We're gonna say, hey, if you really want to be a part of the Old Man Ronin channel and you want me to look at something, I'm going to reward my subscribers as well too. And that's what the whole idea of the sports sunglass camera was. It's the whole idea about the Maxx Eyewear. It's the whole idea about some of these other products that will be coming in the next few weeks. In particular, the next thing we got was there's Chad. Hey man, how you doing? Iron Lady looks great. Hey man, what about me? I'll dolled up, man. What's up? But Maddie says he needs new glasses. Well, I do. No, I don't wear glasses anymore. I had some surgery done, so my cataracts are gone and my vision's great. Man, I'm getting old. See, Raymond says he loves swag, and that's what we try to do. We try to give away back to our audience as well too, and that's really what it's all about. So, if you guys have any questions before New Year's or what you'd like to see, Chad says he likes the bow tie, and he didn't comment how pretty I was. Man, Chad, I'm disappointed. But if you have any ideas of what you want to see the channel do, what you want to grow, how you want it to grow, and what you'd like to see on the channel, we're wide open for suggestions because it's all about you. It's not about what I want to make. It's about what you guys want to see. And I guess that's the biggest part. He goes, yeah, that too. Chad is one of our Patreons as well, and we really appreciate him. And it's really, like I say, it's really a big deal to have all you guys that are very, what do you call it? Behind the channel, 110%, which I guess is the best way to say it. But and Chad's been extra friendly to us, and we really do appreciate. I shouldn't say friendly, supportive of us, and we really do appreciate the support. You have no idea. Maddie says, Royal Enfield key earrings might be a good selling item. Yeah, well, I wouldn't be allowed to sell anything that's branded on Royal Enfield. I mean, that's their realm, not mine. More comparisons between Royal Enfield and Harley. Well, we did a video, Jeff, on that, and the comparisons are simple. They're both machines that are really easy to work on if you're basic knowledge of mechanics. They're very simple in design. As long as I'm not going to include the Pan America in that or the new Sportster S because those are not simple. That they're jumping into that European Japanese style of making things more difficult than they need to be, unfortunately. David says, I'd like to get a review of your classic 350 when it comes out, if you get the opportunity. And I would too. You know, it's the whole idea of that is I can only ride what I'm given to ride. And Jeff says no comparison, Himalayan all the way. And I agree to that to a limit. You know, the Himalayan. If somebody asked me, said, if somebody offered you a free Pan America, would you take it? And I said, yeah, I would take it. And obviously what I would do is I would sell it and buy 5 Royal Enfields because that's about the cost difference. It is one of those things. The Pan America to me now, and this is coming from somebody that's never been on one. I'm not going to make a review of it, but what I see of it, it's got a lot of technology that I would have no idea what to do with if I dropped it and damaged something. And I don't like that in a motorcycle. My Harleys, if I drop them, I can fix them. I know exactly what to do. The new stuff with all the computer, this, that, and the other thing, I'd be lost, man. And not saying that I wouldn't be able to learn how to do it, but if you need a computer to make your motorcycle run, I'm in trouble. I do have a guy up in Delaware, Ohio, that knows the how to work on the ECUs on Harleys. I don't know anybody about the Royal Enfield. I do not know the computer stuff, and I'm the first to admit it. I hear, and this is a rumor that I've heard, that down in South America, there's a company or a guy or somebody down there that's developed a way to bypass the Meteor 350's ECU to get more horsepower, speed, and everything else out of it. David Clemens says, I'm with you on that. I mean, it's the truth. The high technology stuff is completely unnecessary, particularly on off-road motorcycles like the Pan America, the Himalayan. Insert your favorite Multistrada, insert your favorite motorcycle. The Pan American's selling great, and it's selling to guys who we have a term in the Harley world called rub. And it's selling to a tremendous number of rubs. And the rub stands for rich urban bikers. He said he saw a Pan American the other day when sitting at the pub having a quiet sarsaparilla. Looks big, sounds noisy, and doesn't look like it'd be nice to ride off-road. And that's the problem with most of these big bikes is, if you have to have 2 people help you lift it up when it's fully loaded, why would you want it? But that's just me. Maybe buy another 2 Himalayans at TW200 and spend the rest on gas and barbecue.
That's a good plan.
There's your plan. He's got it. But in reality, that's exactly the way I feel. It just doesn't fit me. It's not. And again, I don't know without riding it. That could change. You guys know that my thought processes on the Himalayan changed probably about 90 degrees. Because there are certain things I said, this is the way I want it, and I don't want it anymore. And all of a sudden, yeah, I wanted it differently. So, and that's the reason why nobody should ever make a review on a motorcycle unless they've ridden it for at least 1,000 miles. And that's really I can tell you my first impressions. Oh, this is nice, or this is terrible. And I usually don't talk bad about motorcycles, so I usually just say nothing. If I don't like something on a motorcycle, I don't talk about it at all. Emily says, hi, Grandpa. Hi, Emily. How you doing? You behaving? And what else we got? Ray's laughing. Don't forget the CT90. Everyone needs one. No, not really. I almost bought one. Here's a great story. I have a video out there where I test rode a CT90 that was upgraded to a CT125. And I will tell you that I've only been down on hard on 3 motorcycles in my life. One was a Suzuki GS 1100 ES, and the other one was, no, I guess, yeah, 3 times. The other one was a Honda CB650 that I owned as well, too. And the final one was that CT90 turned into a CT125. And the reason was simple on the 2 Hondas. Both of them, the front ends locked up on me in the front of a corner, in the middle of a turn, where it was a slow turn where I was making with the handlebars making the turn, and I went head over heels. A Google user says, Happy New Year. Well, Google user, I'm not sure who you are, but tell me where you're from and what you're drinking. Nathan says, Happy New Year. May you be blessed. Thank you, Nathan. Much appreciated. And cheers. Tell us what you're drinking. Tonight, I'm having a Campfire smoked Manhattan, and Iron Lady's having the same. I'm getting ready for what? We've got 35 minutes till the new year. But we really appreciate each and every one of you joining. This is our 2nd annual New Year celebration. And we thought we'd dress it up with some nice Happy New Year signs. And let's see. Party hats. And we'll turn the window here a little bit. Whoops, wrong way. No, that's the right way. And we got some cool lights in the background. And
your head's covering.
And my what?
Your head's covering up.
Oh, my big noggin. There you go. Look at all that pretty. Ain't that nice? Happy New Year, maybe. But okay. But like I said, we got 18 viewers right now. Maddie says, nearly 5:30 p.m. here. Time for another port. Afternoon drinking. Day drinking. We haven't done one of those in a while, man. Iron Lady's not much of a cold weather rider.
Nope, sorry.
How about a Campfire Old Fashioned? I mean, it's really super simple, and it's really similar. I like the older drinks, obviously. Although I have a lot of signature drinks that I've made before. I like a Black Manhattan. It's one of the ones that I didn't come up with it, but the one I like, and I use it a combination of not only bourbon but brandy in it as well too. Like I said, a lot of these different drinks that I used to use a smoker called the Smoking Gun, and how I would do my smoking. Drinks with that. I'd fill up a bottle with smoke and then shake it really hard with the liquor in it. Jeff says, Happy New Year to Old Man Ronin Nation. Thank you. It's Old Man Ronin crew worldwide. You got to watch your dad's channel more. Just kidding. Well, that's going down so smooth. That maple in it just eases that right out. I mean, not that the rye is tough anyways. Old-fashioned drinks, we could really show our ages here. But they're getting popular. The hipsters are drinking them, man. And the hipsters are keeping us alive as far as money-wise. They're buying the bikes. It is what it is. But they're buying the bikes, and they're bringing back the old drinks. And it's kind of cool. It's one of those things that I really enjoy, the older style drinks. Like one of my favorite drinks is called a penicillin. How many of you guys ever out there has ever heard? It's not really old. It was made in the 2000s. Right in the time when I was bartending, and it's got whiskey, lemon juice, and honey, and that's the basis of the penicillin. All the stuff that you're supposed to drink when you're not feeling well. And the reason they call it a penicillin is because it won't make you better, but it won't make you care. So you won't mind if you're sick. So we needed a few more of those penicillins the last couple of years. Don't you agree to that? But if you've never heard of that drink, look it up online. It's pretty cool. Like I say, it was only made back in 2005, I think is when it first came out of New York City. But it's old-fashioned style. It's not one of the tiki drinks, which I love making tiki drinks too. But it's Chad said he's never had one. Again, it's an old-style drink. It's usually used with something that's got over 90 proof. Oh, Nathan, hey man, thank you. our first super chat of the night. Thank you, Nathan. We got to give you a big cheers, man. Cheers. We really appreciate it. That is, it's huge for us. You have no idea. We really, really enjoy getting the super chats. Let's see if we can turn this down and put a little music on in the background there. Let's see if that'll work. I'm not sure if it will or not.
Not worried about.
Nope. A little old lang syne for Nathan here, because we really appreciate that. Thank you again. We'll turn it down after a minute here, but we decided we wanted to play a little music every time we got a super chat. And Nathan, make sure you send me your email address, and we will definitely send you out some stickers for this year. And hopefully it'll be a better year. I agree. That's like drinking zombies. You stay sober, but your ankles stop working. Yeah, I mean, there's so many of the old drinks. One of the most popular drinks that I used to make, Saks is great. I agree. That could mean two things. If you're from West Virginia, saying that word could get you in trouble. Saks is great. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's see. One of the things I was trying to say was one of the drinks that I really made a lot of was my Four Horsemen. And I don't know if you guys ever heard of a Four Horsemen, but we made it a little bit different. It would be, it was a 4-ounce shot. It was an ounce of Jack Daniels, an ounce of Jim Beam, an ounce of Jose Cuervo, and an ounce of 151 rum. You basically stirred it like I did. You can either shake or stir a cocktail. I always recommend if it's got juice milk or something like an aquafaba, something like that in it, then use a shaker. But if it's just liquors, just stir it and drink it. And man, it was awesome.
He says, "Hey,
you're from Indiana. I don't want to hear about it." But we really do appreciate you, Nathan. That means so much, man. You have no idea. The super chats are. The super chats and the super thanks are one of the best ways that you can support the channel other than Patreon. It really does help because, you know, for example, let's say this video that we're making right now won't generate a tremendous amount of views. We know that, but that's not why we do it. We don't do it for the views. The views is the only way that you make any money on YouTube, and you don't make that much. Trust me. We've got a little over 10,000 subscribers, and I'll tell you a dirty little secret. If you get 1,000 subscribers, you may get $3 or $4. And if a lot of the views come from India, you don't get anything. So we spend a lot of time and effort. And when you guys offer us up a super chat or being a member of Patreon, that helps us keep going. Because, it's I don't want to say it's expensive. I don't want to sound like I'm trying to cry. I do this because I love to do it. And we do the live streams because we love to interact. I can actually feel like I'm talking to you guys now. When you make a comment, you ask a question. Listen to Old Man Ronin and all things food and drink related. Trust me. Well, I appreciate that. But you got to be full disclosure. He is my son, so I paid him to say that. No, I'm just kidding. But the whole or I'll smack him. No, it really does help the channel because it gives us the ability to do more and more things. I had a guy. He actually made a comment that he straightened it out later in an email, but it kind of took me the wrong way. And the reason why is he goes, why don't you sell one of your Harleys and buy this motorcycle or that motorcycle or this motorcycle? And I told him, I said, well, here's the main reason that I will never sell any of my Harley Davidsons. When I had that accident in 2013, I was a mess, man. Number one, I was living in a place I really wasn't happy. We were living in city, not in the country like we are now, because Iron Lady had a job. Literally, the week she moved down here for her job is the week I got in the accident. And I was off work from 2013 to 2017, correct? Yeah. Those motorcycles that I was able to get extremely used and to put the way that I want them by rebuilding and putting the stuff on them that I wanted was my therapy, besides my little dog running around here. They are important to me. So when time comes that I pass, here's the only rules I have for Iron Lady and my kids. The Iron Lady will be the executor of where they go, but they'll never be sold to anybody. They have to stay in the family, period. And if the kids get them, they're not allowed to sell them. They have to stay in the family. Even if they're in a garage with it covered up, it's part of the heritage of me. And that's because it was so important to me getting better and learning to walk again and the whole 9 yards. So that's one of the reasons. I know you're crying. I'm so sad. But that's one of the reasons why I'll never sell the Harleys. And I don't think the gentleman understood how important that was. He wasn't from America. His English wasn't his first language, so I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. But the reality of it is, and I don't want to be a bummer, but that's the reason why I will not sell the Harley Davidsons, because the emotional equity. Now, anyone that I buy after that, the world's my oyster. I don't give a crap. Like the bike that's on the lift right now, the Toad Glide. If somebody offered me money for it right now, I'd take it. Just the way it is. Cheers. So, anybody have any questions about the channel? We got 20 watching now. I appreciate it. Again, Nathan, thank you. Do make sure you send me that email, oldmanronin@gmail.com, and we'll get you a sticker pack out as soon as possible. Let's see. Ray just sent another text, says, Iron Lady, I'll be up for adoption if he goes riding over there.
Noted.
Yeah. A little Jeff on there, and I call him Little Jeff just because he's my son. I'm allowed to. But he needs to get back into riding motorcycles too. He hasn't ridden them for years, and it's frustrating. I told him he's got to get his Jeff number 3, or our third Jeff in the family. Need to get him a mini bike ASAP. What is he? How old is he now? 9, something like that. He needs to be riding a mini bike, man. Getting ready for a shifter, because got to pass it on. It usually skips every other generation for me. My grandpa rode. My dad did not. I rode. My oldest son did not much. He has been on them. So we got to get to, if it's going to be a skip, it's got to be that way. Man, that cherry's good and smoked. Because when I smoked it with that cherry on top, those little ridges in that little machine, that smoke just dove, and it's a cherry wood smoke, just dove right into that. That's awesome. You guys want to make some cool cocktails that are smoked, you need to buy one of those. We'll just say, get him an old 65 and up. True, something. Anything like that. You know, when I was a kid, my first bike, you guys know this if you're current on the channel, was a 100cc Rupp. And it was probably the size of what the CT90 is, except it was more of a traditional dirt bike style motorcycle. It had a headlight. It was enduro without brake lights. Does that make sense? Maddie B says, damn it, my tablet just pooched itself. I'm back, but not Kate. Just 10, and he's interested in a Himalayan in his future, methinks. Well, that's cool. But, you know, he's 6 years away from getting his license. He needs to be on, number one, something to get him used to shifting, or at least riding around on 2 wheels more than a bicycle. And then the whole idea would be for him to take his safety course, which you guys could do together. And then there you go. It is what it is. I told my kids I'd build them a motorcycle if they want to ride. I don't know what the hell the holdup is. Alcohol talking, but
they probably see the Toad Glide and are like, "Yeah, right." Yeah, okay.
The Toad Glide has been on the lift an extraordinarily long time. Yeah, what's 6 months now? Wow, Himalayan is in my future. Good. Well, that's exactly what I want to hear. Now they're going to probably make a 650 version. They won't call it that, but that'll be an interesting bike that I would love to ride around on as well too. I think the 411 is enough for most cases. Are you taking that off, Mommy?
He doesn't want it.
Oh. Rusty actually had a. Yeah. Oh, you got to see. Put that back on him.
Daddy's making it.
Yeah, turn on the big light. I'll show the picture. Okay. We're gonna move you and switch you around.
Get down.
Let's see.
Hold on.
Where'd it go?
Just wait.
Oh, here we go.
Nobody wants to see him.
Rusty has a. Come here, Russ. Oh, Rusty has a little. Here, sit down there. Turn sideways. Go to Mommy. He's got a little tuxedo on. Where's his hat? Put his hat on real quick. There you go. He's got to look all dapper too. Hey, we just got a super chat from Maddie, man. Thank you,
Thanks,
Maddie.
Maddie.
We really appreciate you. Cheers, Maddie. We'll
all
put the cheers out there, but let's see. What do you see there, Matt, Rusty? Isn't that special?
Nobody wants to keep seeing the dog. All right, let's take this.
Yeah, we come back to the around this way. But turn the light back off. Let's get the camera here. We really appreciate that, Maddie. Thank you again. Make sure to get the sticker pack. Matt says, I'm ready to go to bed. Make sure you send me your email address, and you can get some sticker packs as well, too. Nathan said, Jeff, you're looking to get an ADV where you consider the Meteor or a Classic 350. I take it for granted you're talking to little Jeff, not me, because I really want to ride that Classic 350. I think that thing is beautiful. There's a guy that approached me to look at his 2018 Classic 500, and it only has like 700 miles on it. Those kind of motorcycles are right up my alley, but again, right now is not the time for us. We can't swing any more motorcycles at this time, but man, I'll tell you, it's tempting because I really do enjoy. I really love the Royal Enfield line, and like I said, one of the guys that made a complaint about the channel was the fact that he says he couldn't trust anybody that didn't own the motorcycle, and I said to him, I said, well, if you haven't really been around the channel long enough, you'll realize that if I don't like something, I just don't talk about it. In other words, I've been on some other motorcycles that I was ready to film and decided not to because I don't speak negative about anything. I don't want to, my opinion is only worthwhile if it's over 1,000 miles. Anything under 1,000 miles to me is just, again, things change. The way that you ride, the more comfortable you are, the way that the seat breaks down for you, how you get used to the controls, everything changes after a period of time. And those things that may be great when you first get on them may be poopy later. It's that shorty.
Maddie wants to keep the camera on, Rusty.
Yeah, I know. I don't blame you. I could take my hat off and really flash. You think these sparklies will flash you? Let's see. Shorty said, "Hey, Shorty's in the house. Happy New Year, Shorty. Cheers. What are you drinking? We're finishing up a Campfire Manhattan, and we really, really enjoy it. We're not going to drink too much yet because we're going to wait till New Year's when we crack open that sparkling wine. But we really, Maddie says loves the tuxedo. Yeah, he does not.
No, he hates it.
He hates that.
We did a whole photo shoot earlier.
Oh man, he hated it. He hates it. He's. It's kind of funny. He feels like he's tied to something when he puts something like that on. And after a while he gets used to it, but when you first put it on, it's like he just freezes. It's like I don't know if you've ever seen. I'm really big into. What's the word I'm looking for?
I have no idea.
When I put it on his nose. Wow, Jeff, you didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. Really, really appreciate that. That means a lot. And it does help the channel. We really do enjoy. That's all I say. Anything that we get, we really enjoy. It massive thank you. We really do appreciate it. But man, I don't have any words right now. I'm just going to sit back here and have another sip. Impulse control is what I was going to say. But I'm really big on teaching my dog impulse control. It's most important to me. Again, I have to thank you, Jeffy. But impulse control is really important to me on the dog. And when I put a treat on his nose and won't let him have it for a while and then done to get it. That way, if we tell him not to eat his food, he won't eat it until we tell him to eat it. Because it's all about, we live out in the country, and if you see a rabbit or a deer or something dart, I want him to make sure that he doesn't just go. You have to be in control of your animals. And one of my pet peeves is both animals and children not under control. Jeff will swear to that, won't you, Jeff? But yeah, it's really important. I'll tell you guys, you have no idea. We got 24 watching now. Man, I'll tell you, that just his autocomplete sucks.
Oh, maybe chaos was supposed to be claps.
Oh yeah, massive chaos for Jeff. That it must be. I was
That's
thinking
last year.
Yeah, Jeff had chaos last year. You have no idea. But we really do appreciate everybody that's here. Yes, I will. It just means so much to us and that's why I said we're gonna start doing at least once a month on these live streams because it really is important for us to be in. in deeper contact with you guys. I don't know any other way to do it except for the fact that we are going to be doing a Ronin retreat in 2022. I gotta think of the year. God, I almost said 2019. Where did my time go? But that Ronin retreat, we're still trying to find a place, a campground that we can set it up at. And we luckily live in an area that there's lots of gravel off-road stuff if you want to bring your Himalayan or whatever off-road ADV style motorcycle you have. And we also have some great twisty roads if you want to ride your Meteor 350 or your Harley Davidson, or heck, even if you have a Honda. I'll look at you funny. I'm just teasing. But we're gonna be doing that. Where it'll be like a camp out type thing, and we're going to be doing that probably sometime in June or July of 2022. But again, as we get closer to that time, but we're going to be able to do a bunch of different rides, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. Maddie said this is why Kate was late. I gotcha. This is a season of giving. It is. It truly is, and we really appreciate that. Rayburn says, retreat, retreat, retreat. and you know, and that's something that we want to make sure we get enough people, but we don't want it too big. I don't think it will be too big, but we would definitely want to do a camp out where we can enjoy some adult beverages and we can enjoy some good campfire fun and some really cool stuff. I think you guys will be surprised on how well we do in the woods. That's all I'll say. We're pretty good at that kind of stuff. Little Jeff will tell you, he grew up around us out in the woods.
It's a backwards advance.
Exactly. But not the ones we're talking about. But it's complete advance. Chad says he's down, and we really appreciate that, Chad. That's but I want to do it. It'll probably be sometime in June, to be honest with you. I want the weather not to be too hot. If we have a really mild winter and a nice, because the last couple of years it's went straight from spring to from winter to summer, and if that's the case, sometime in May, maybe we may move it up. I'm trying to find the place, and once we find the place, then I'll have a date set, and once we do that, it'll be a blast. I really do miss doing a lot of that things that I didn't do this year because of my shoulder, and hopefully we'll have that fixed here next month or two. It depends on what this goofy stuff going on in the world right now. Primitive moto camping, and that's really what it's all about. I mean, Jeff knows that we can build fire out of pretty much anything, and he knows that we can cook pretty much anything that we either. He knows from being experienced, anything we catch, we can cook and eat and make it taste really, really good. But we're not going to be doing any of that. Obviously, it won't be any hunting season, but we'll be bringing some really cool stuff in. And I'll show you some, hopefully the whole thing will be about me showing you some of the things that I know, and hopefully me learning from you as well, too. Because it's all about that giving back and forth. And that's really, really important. And we're trying to find a good place. And as soon as that happens, we will, again, let you know. Hopefully we get 40, 50 people would be great. Any more than that, I don't know if we could handle, but that'd be great. Maddie says, primitive camping, leaving the airbed at home, huh? Well, I don't. Not for her. But, yeah, she likes the air mattress. It doesn't really matter to me. I always said this. I know it sounds kind of funny. The most comfortable time I can be, and I used to be a hunter. I don't anymore. But one of the most comfortable times I can be is just leaning up against a tree, and I can sleep just like that. In fact, that's one of my most peaceful times. Is I love it in the woods. Racist rattlesnake campground, no running water, and it has a one-holer. I guess it's a one-holer is what you're saying. Here's a great story. I was talking to my sister the other day, and my sister is kind of a, what's the word I'm saying? She's lived in California. She's in Utah now, but she's married to a guy who doesn't have any wants. Or is that it? Yeah. He doesn't have to work. He's one of those guys. That's about as far as I'll say. But we were talking about the fact that our family are classic Appalachians. It was the mid '80s before my grandmother, the farm that she grew up on, and had running water. And I've dug 2 or 3 one-holers in my life when I was younger because they didn't have any indoor plumbing. And so a lot of folks don't understand what it's like. And I guess I grew up that way. I grew up that way, so I know how to do the stuff. Is what I'm trying to tell you. Invite Ride to Food Gal and Magpie. I don't know Magpie, but I know Ride to Food. She's actually coming to the food truck here this summer. She's trying to set up a time with her and her two wheels. I talked to her the other day online, and she said, "Man, she can't wait to try one of my pastrami sandwiches and my shrimp rolls that Jess at Her Two Wheels talks about all the time." They're big fans of the food truck, so I don't know. Like I say, I think Magpie. She's a great girl. I watch her videos; they're nice. I just don't know her. I do have a internet relationship with Ride to Food, and I don't know her well. Obviously, never met her, but she's told me she's coming to Ohio sometime in June or July, and she's definitely one of her stops is coming to see us. So we're pretty excited about that. That'll be a lot of fun. And like I say, we're going to see a little bit more of those dual promotions. The problem I had this year was not only the injury, but the fact of time. We really didn't have a lot of time. Me having a full-time job, and I'm a one-man operation. In other words, if I don't work, I take a week off. I have a week I don't get paid. Does that make sense? So sorry, guys and girls, got to go. Fire sirens has gone off. You folks take care. Well, are you a volunteer fireman, Manny? If you are, cheers, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you for your service. But man, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. You want to go get the bottle and the two glasses? Ray says, my dad's place in East Tennessee has a one-holer out back and a well in the front yard. Hopefully
don't get confused.
Hopefully the one-holer is downhill from the well. Our remnant, I don't know about Renaissance, man, just old. And, I grew up with parents. My grandmother was born in the 1800s. Does that tell you anything? My mom was the youngest of 9 surviving children. And like I said, my grandmother was born in 1888, something like that. And my mom was born in 1930. And of course, I was a late coming into the world too. She was nearly 30 years old before she had me. So we're talking 2 generations when our family's in the 1800s. And it's kind of fun. Maybe a little story. The house that my grandmother not was born in, but lived in when she got married to my grandpa was built in 1824, and it's still there. It's a log cabin, and it's got siding on it now. The building's still there, and the original farmhouse was built in the 1700s, and it makes me very proud of my family being from this area. I am born and bred Appalachian on the foothills, and we're really proud of that. I always joke about being a hillbilly, and that's one of the daggone most proud things I can say, because our family's fought for everything it's ever got, literally everything, and that means a lot to us. Well, we're at 11:52, almost midnight, and we've had some fantastic super chats. It really means, and we got 21 people watching, which is huge for our little channel, particularly on a night there's a lot of people are doing their own private things. But I'm really glad that we had the opportunity to share this with you as well too. And like I said, if you have any questions before we get closer to midnight here and we pop the cork, we really love to hear them, and particularly what your New Year's resolutions are, what your plans are for 2022. Are you guys going on any long trips? What would you like to see out of me? The whole Appalachian proud, man. It's true. We are Appalachian proud, and it means it's not a crack to call somebody a redneck, because the reason you have a redneck is because you work for a living, and to me that's the biggest honor that a person can have. Work smart, work hard, get stuff. That's what it's all about. And drink booze, eat good food, and ride motorcycles. Emily wants to ride with you. Well, she has a few things she needs to accomplish first, and you know that. When she accomplishes those, my pleasure. We really, really do love to pass it on. Jeff, I remember him riding with me when he was, barely a year old. I had him that, strapped I put him on the front back in those. They have the rules now, and again, don't look down on me, all you new riders that, say, oh, you got to have all the gear for the slide and not the ride and blah, blah. I hear you. But when you've grown up on motorcycles, that's what we used to do. And Jeff he was young, and he would sit in the front, right between me and the tank, and he'd hang on to my legs, or hang on the tank, and we'd run down the road, and we had a blast. And Jared did the same thing, and Jacob did the same thing, and Jessa did the same thing. But well, Jess and Jacob were a little older. They weren't that young. Jeff and Jared was though. But we had a lot of fun. Let's see, 11:54, 6 minutes, and let's see. As we're doing that, I'll take the cage off of the cork and hope it won't blow up on me. Getting ready. Forgot my towel. That's okay. I don't need it.
You sure?
Yeah, we don't need it. Let's see. Do you guys know how to properly open a bottle of sparkling wine? Let me know. Let me know down in the chat there, because I'll tell you if you don't, the proper way to do it. Let's see. Anybody going to speak up? Whoa, there you go, Andy. Thank you, brother. We really appreciate that. Everybody give Andy signified there a round of applause. We really appreciate Andy. He's a member of Patreon as well too. And Turn to Normal is a great idea. Let's see. Larry says his clan, West Virginia, in the mountains of PA, made whiskey till Prohibition. Then after that, they got busted, began smuggling it from Canada, which is a great tradition. There's nothing wrong with that. And we'll give him a cheers, because there should never be government rules on alcohol. Youth mouth. What does that mean? I don't understand. But explain, David, because I'm not really familiar. But if you do know how to properly open a bottle of sparkling wine or champagne, put it down in the comment, and I'll show you my technique, which is maybe a little bit different than yours. If you notice how I'm holding the bottle, this is basically the way that you're supposed to pour one. But anyway, any other comments? But man, I'll tell you, Andy, I really do appreciate that. And I already have your address, so we'll definitely make sure we send you some more stickers down the road here. So 4 minutes. Oh, your mouth. Again, let's say it one more time. Explain what you mean, brother. I really don't. I don't understand. So, any comments on what you would like the channel to do? Anything more? I know a lot of people are saying, "Open with your." Okay, open with your mouth. Oh, okay, yeah. That's I got enough missing teeth. I don't need any more. But it is what it is. Let's see, Chad. Wow, man, last one of the year. I have to spend more time with Megan and watch the ball drop. You know what, brother? I appreciate that. You have no idea, Chad.
Thank you.
You are one of the biggest reasons that we are successful, and I really mean this. And I can't wait till you get down here and ride with us. Hopefully, in the next few months. I really, really, really do mean that, Chad. Everybody give Chad a round of applause. It means so much to us. Like I said, we really love doing these, and I really don't have any words right now. Yeah, again, props to Chad. We really do appreciate it. Here's 3 minutes now. I'll actually show you what you should do when we get closer. But the key is, again, the hearts go out to you too, Chad. You and Megan are just fantastic people. We really, really mean that. It's no words. But let me give you a hint as far as on opening these. You hold the cork firm and you twist the bottle gently and apply pressure. I'm not going to go any farther because you see it's almost out right now.
It's probably going to pop
and
out.
And it may
itself.
pop. But the whole idea on this is to make as little noise as possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold it. And don't blow up.
That would be bad.
That would be bad all over the computer. Immediate end of the Old Man Ronin show. But let's see. We can get a time delay there. As it's creeping upwards. Will it last? But let's see. Does Himalayan need a bit more power, like a 650 engine in it? No, it is what it is. I mean, that's like asking if the 390 KTM needs more. It is what it is. Will they Put a thumb on each side of the cork and aimed and said pop. Yeah, I get it right. No, I mean the only reason the 650 would be a benefit would be on the highways here in America. But when you start thinking about the weight additions, I don't know. It is. I don't want the weight. 11:59.
The neighbors broke out the guns,
And they're getting ready. Ain't nothing wrong with that, brother.
What goes up must come down, though.
Yes, that's the problem. Don't shoot it straight. Don't shoot it straight up. Shoot it at your mean neighbors. Let's see. Here we go. We're getting ready, and we'll start playing our music again here as soon as that happens. Let me get back to the beginning and getting ready. Might want to turn it up.
Is it up?
Let's see. Ready? Yep, that's up. Here we go. Almost. What time is it? I cruise the highway at 71 all day, and it will. It'll do that. But like I say, everybody wants more speed. It's the American style, man. They just really want to go faster, and I mean, it just is what it is. Here's 12 midnight, guys. We are Happy New Year,
Happy New
and
Year.
we'll finish opening the wine. Just a little gentle. Twist the bottle, not the cork, and you hear a little psst.
Woo.
That's all you get. Turn it up a little bit. Everybody, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Cheers, everyone! Ghosted's on there. Happy New Year, everybody! Round of applause, 2022, guys! Happy New Year, everybody! It means so much to have you guys here celebrating with us. It's 24 viewers right now. It means so much. We've generated quite a bit of money for the super chats. Thank you ever so much, Old Man Ronin channel. We really like. Oh, and turn it down here. We're going to announce right now the winner of the sunglass giveaway, and that winner is Rich Maroney. He was pulled out of the hat, and we're gonna send that to him here in the next couple of days. We'll make sure we get it out. Obviously, it's going to be closed until. Let me see if I pronounced that name right. Make sure I did. Let's see, where's it at? You can keep it up. Yep, Rich Maroney. And that'll be going out to him here in the next couple of days. Dana says, thanks for your channel. And I'll be around from time to time I've got an eye on a Himalayan. See you around. Happy New Year.
Nice.
Awesome, Dana. Congratulations. You're going to love the bike. But to get back to the question that the gentleman had earlier about 650, if it needs more engine. And I'm going to say right now, if you want it to ride both on and off road, that little 411 engine will do anything you ask it to do, except go above 80 miles an hour. It just won't do it. Jeff is saying a good night. Happy New Year, Jeff. We really appreciate you being on. Tell your kids I said hey.
Happy New Year.
We really mean it. Thank you. Love you all. But as far as there's things you can do to the Himalayan to make it faster. You can put a new air box in it. You can that way it breathes better. You can change the exhaust a little bit. The standard stage 1, if you're familiar with Harley Davidson, make the engine breathe more, make the engine have, and you want to balance out the exhaust to the intake. This air coming in should almost equalize air going out in the engine. So if you can do that, that's why if you're, and then of course you can do some upgrades to your ECU, and you can change some gearing in your sprockets. If you can do those kind of things, you don't have to spend a tremendous amount of money, and you can get it to run a little faster and better. Like I said, what I would like to see somebody do is to come out with a remapping for the ECU, not the booster plug stuff, but a remapping of the ECU. And when they do that, and I would hope that S&S, which is really, really helping the 650 version of the Royal Enfield motorcycles, if they do something with possibly doing some electronics like Vance and Hines does with their Fuel Pack 3, maybe S&S come out with something for not only the 650s, but also some of the other motorcycles in the line, that they could put some remapping to change the ECU away from the European standards, because those things are really muffled down. These bikes can do better than what they're doing, and once you realize and have a little bit of knowledge on airflow into and out of the engine, and also the ability to adjust the timing a little bit, and also to adjust the ECU and also some gearing, you can get an 80-mile-an-hour bike out of a 410cc, a 411cc engine. The same thing is true with the Meteor 350. There are things you can do to those motorcycles to make them run faster if you absolutely need it. Right now, I don't need it. That doesn't mean in the future I won't. But right now, I don't need it. It will get me anywhere I want to go pretty much all day long. Ray says, lots of gunfire in the Hoosier land. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We can hear some out in our backyards too. Like I say, we don't live in the city, but we don't have a whole lot of neighbors neither. So, if you got somebody shooting real close, there may be somebody on the property. And lead today is a precious metal. That's all I'll say. Why waste it? Yeah, I know. And that's one of the things, Larry, I was talking about, that there's things down there in Brazil that they're doing. And I don't know. I think that's a Brazilian company that developed that. I do not know if that is something that Royal Enfield developed. If it is, I hopefully will find out about it. But the Meteor can do 84 mile an hour. Can you imagine a 350 engine running like that? That will literally change the entire aspect of motorcycles in the world. It really, truly will, because that'll be the fastest 350 I think is available right now, by far. I know everybody talks about the Honda Highness. I don't know. They do over in India. But personally, Royal Enfield is the Harley Davidson of India, and there's a reason why. There's a lot of similarities, like I mentioned several times. It's easy to work on, and and it's dependable, and it's a tinkerer's dream, just like the Harleys are. I mean, I'm not the best mechanic in the world, but I can get these things to run damn well, and with little or no money, just by doing some simple upgrades. Just is what it is. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, it's been a pleasure doing this. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Congratulations to, we really want to thank Jeff, and we want to thank Chad, and we want to thank Nathan, and we want to thank Maddie for the super chats. It really means a lot. I want to tell Rich congratulations on winning the contest. These will be going out, like I say, here in the next couple of days. Oh, we got some big things happening with what's the company? Kemimoto. They were generous enough to donate some heated gear for both Iron Lady and myself, and we're going to be giving away a discount coupon and plus some giveaways for them coming up in the very near future. Like I mentioned something about never having heated gear when I ride year round. Never have. And lo and behold, they challenged me and said, well, we're going to send you some. I said, well, Iron Lady doesn't like to ride in the cold either. And so they set her up with a vest and gloves and socks. And it's amazing, these companies that are willing to work with us. And in return, we're going to help spread that love onto you as well, too. And we got some other things. So like I say, Maxx Eyewear is a big part of the channel and will continue to be a bigger part next year. They're huge with us. Right now, I would consider that we don't get any money from them, but they are wanting to talk about sponsorship down the road. We talk about them being sponsored right now because anything I ask for, they give me. And as far as sunglasses, and we're going to be doing another spring and summer and fall giveaway for the Maxx Eyewear as well too. And I'm trying to design some stuff for them. That's going to be pretty big. I can't talk about it right now, but there's going to be some design stuff with it as well too. Ray says he's got a friend set me up with, what is it? I can't read it. Gerbing gear when he quit riding. I'm not familiar with that, Ray, but that doesn't mean anything. I'm not really familiar with a lot of heated gear. I rode all of my life in just leathers and jackets. So, chaps the whole 9 yards, and never even had an ADV suit until last year. And I bought, keyword is bought, the HWK. And I had somebody ask me today if I would recommend I think they're really good for their money. They really are. I have never had an issue with them. Iron Lady's got some that I bought for her as well too, and M's we did too. They're not a sponsor of the show. I've never even really approached them to be one. That's not really what I'm talking about. Now I have been approached by a company called WD, and we'll see where that goes. Who knows? But we've been approached by a lot of companies. Most of them I just kind of flick off. It's not a big deal. He says he hasn't been able to get used to it. Explain what you mean there, Ray, because I'm curious what you're talking about. Is it the fact that it doesn't heat up? The fact that it's too hot? What would you say? Because I've never ridden with heated gear. I never thought I had a need for it. Except I do sometimes get cold hands and sometimes get cold feet. But that's all. We'll see if he puts out a little comment on that. Well, we're down to 17 people watching, guys. Everybody saying good night. Larry saying good night. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to wrap it up. If you have any final questions or comments, please sell them right now before I shut her down for the night. And I really gets too hot for you. Well, there you go. I mean, like I said, I have no experience whatsoever. It's been in the 50s here every day the last couple of days. So I haven't had a chance since I got them to even I put them on and tried them on, and they do feel warm, but that's as far as it goes. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. We really do appreciate you. Like I said, Nathan and Maddie B and Chad and Jeff, we really do thank you for everything. We really appreciate it. We want everybody to have a healthy and prosperous 2022. Cheers to all of you. And I want to make sure that you guys all ride safe. And as always, keep her on two wheels, baby. How am I going to turn this off? How does it work? I can't figure it out. Okay, yes. Well, here we'll see it does. Stay safe.